What is up, everyone? Welcome to Dead with My Friends podcast. I am your co-host, Steve.
And I'm your co-host, Nick.
And this is episode 41, where we will be talking about the standalone camp slasher, The Burning. So, Nick, we both decided that The Burning would be a great movie to talk about. Wanted to get in one more camp slasher before the summer ended. We did Friday the 13th, 2009 remake as our last episode. But, yeah, we wanted to shed light on The Burning. You and I both love this fucking movie.
I do.
It's just one of those that got overlooked for many years, but finally found its audience. And it has a great release between Shout Factory, Arrow. Like, this is one of my first Shout Factories next to Halloween 2 and Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Like,
this is one of my early Arrow videos, you know, and I know that Shout Factory just, I don't know if like just put out, but they have
a couple years ago, yeah,
UHD release of that. And I'm sure it looks great because I can definitely tell you that the Arrow video that I have looks amazing. I did 2 viewings of this, okay? So I did it with my Arrow video, and then it's also on Tubi, but I just want to say that it looks terrible on Tubi. The darks are way too dark. Yeah, way too dark. I don't know what the deal is, but it's on Tubi. But I would definitely say seek out the Shout Factory because, you know, you're a copy, and that cover is sick. Pull it up again.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of like their like commissioned artwork, which I loved. I was like, this is sick.
I'm usually a stickler when it comes to the fucking artwork, especially slipcover artwork or commissioned artwork, but that looks really sick. What I have, you know, is the movie poster artwork. Let me see. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. I fuck with this one. Oh, actually, I might fuck with this a little bit more.
Oh, nice, yeah.
I'm gonna flip them right now. Because usually what I do with these, you know, when I get them is I'll flip it to the poster art. But this is sick. I like this one better. You got fucking Cropsy with the shears up top, you know?
Yeah, man.
So
iconic.
Sick. But
there would be no Clock Tower. The villain for the horror video game Clock Tower has giant shears.
Okay.
And that's straight up from The Burning.
Well, I mean, I like Cropsy's tool that he uses to kill.
Oh, it's so good.
You know,
so
yeah,
good.
I like the shears, you know, because Cropsy in this film, he is a groundskeeper at the camp. What is it, Stonefoot or something like that?
Blackfoot, Camp
Blackfoot. Yeah, something or other. But yeah, man, like you were saying, we wanted to, you know, keep the summer vibes going with a summer slasher. And, you know, I'll be honest, man, yes, we did do Friday the 13th, the remake, but I definitely feel like Friday the 13th is a bit played out. Sleepaway Camp, love Sleepaway Camp. It's a little bit played out. We want to shed light on an overlooked slasher, and that is, you know, the Burning. Definitely came at a time when the boom was just happening for slasher films in the 80s. You know, you had Friday the 13th, which was 1980, and then you have this, which was 1981, but got a worldwide release in 1982. What kind of gets me a little bit mad is that people say that this is a Friday the 13th ripoff. It can't be a Friday the 13th ripoff because of the timing of it all, you know?
No, the story was being developed at the time, I think, when Friday the 13th was in production.
Yeah, it was just like timing. Like there's a treatment, from what I understand, there's a treatment of this film that like predates Friday the 13th, I believe, the first one. And then Friday the 13th came out. This is in production. This comes out worldwide 1982. And then you already have Friday Part 2 in development.
Yeah, which Tom Savini had turned down to work on this.
I think it was a good move, man. I think
absolutely. I completely agree.
I think he needed to broaden his horizons a little bit. Like, he did a great job on Friday the 13th, like iconic fucking kills. And then
he goes to Maniac.
Yes.
And then goes to the Prowler and this. Like, he's just hitting home runs.
Well, who knows, like, what could have happened with Tom Savini at that time had he, stuck with continuing on with the Friday the 13th films, because he could have just gotten stuck doing that. And then we wouldn't have had such cool shit when it comes to, Maniac, the Prowler. And dude, the Prowler, like you and I talked the other day, man.
It's one of my favorite standalone slashers next
to
to My Bloody Valentine and this.
There's not a lot, and there's not a lot of standalone slashers. They're usually like pretty franchised, and I'm very happy that this didn't get franchised.
Yeah. I'm happy with it being just same with, like, again, the Prowler or My Bloody Valentine. Like, they're fine as is. They're iconic. They've found their audience, all three of those movies, or four, because, throwing Maniac in that. But especially, like, again, the Prowler, My Bloody Valentine, and The Burning. Like, all three of the killers look very unique, very, like, distinctive, and just iconic.
Yeah, well, Cropsy is fucked up looking, man.
Yeah.
Because the title of the movie kind of says it all.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get into it a little bit. So Cropsy is the groundskeeper at this local, or not local, but Cropsy is the groundskeeper at this summer camp, and he's a drunk, and I guess the kids don't fucking really like him much, and they decide that they're going to pull a prank on him, which ultimately scare the shit out of him. Yeah, no, just to scare the fuck out of him. But as the clip I will be pulling up soon, we will definitely see that scene, and we'll see how that shit unfolds, because it's quite the scene for sure.
Yeah. But before we get into that, the lore of Cropsy, man.
Yeah.
So, like, Cropsy is kind of a local boogeyman to us in a sense, because it was based off out of Staten Island. It was kind of like a campground or campfire story, if you will, about this guy it's based off a real urban legend of this one guy who was stealing kids from, like, Willowbrook and using an underground tunnel system in the woods of Staten Island to, like, kidnap, like, kids from Willowbrook.
That's
and
fucked up. I didn't know.
Disabled.
Yeah, I didn't know the lore.
Oh, there's a whole
Cropsy.
documentary called Cropsy.
Yeah, but when like throughout the years when I'm watching like documentaries about Friday the 13th, like this film always comes up, and then they start talking about the lore of Cropsy, but I don't really feel like they really ever went into like the lore. They're just like, it's based off of this kind of loosely Cropsy. And
yeah, it's more or less the name that they got the influence, but like, Cropsy just being a campfire boogeyman based off a guy actually kidnapping kids in the woods of Staten Island. Like, he was kind of used as a local boogeyman, especially if you lived in New York State like us, to like, oh, well, you better get home before sundown before Cropsy snatches you. Jeez. It's just really cool. And like this being shot in like North Tonawanda, Buffalo area, which shout outs to the homie Grizz. This is shot like right by him.
Yeah, very, very north New York, near Niagara.
Yeah, and you could tell like these are all like legit New York actors and like people from New York. And, just like even the beginning with like a little bit of the city, and then, it's just so sick,
Yeah, well, actor wise, surprisingly, like the main characters, like the camp counselors, aren't like well known actors. It's just more of like the campers, which are the, like we have Jason Alexander, famously from Seinfeld. This was like his first acting credit, and he was like 21 years old. And you have Fisher Stevens in it.
Yeah, Hackers.
Right, who I believe is an Oscar-winning actor. And then Holly Hunter, one or the other.
Yeah, she was in Bloodsport.
Is it Holly Hunter?
Let me look. I gotta fucking pull up the cast.
But she's in it However, like she's kind of like more background in this. But she's an Oscar-winning actress too, so you have like those three going for it as well. And then
Oh wait, no, not Holly Hunter. I'm sorry. Leah Ayres, who plays Michelle, she was in Bloodsport.
which girl was Michelle? Oh, Todd's girl, the other camp counselor.
Yeah,
her?
yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I did not know that.
But yeah, you've got her. You've got Ned Eisenberg, who was in The Sopranos. He played the Hasidic character who they were trying to get to break. Who the guys hired Tony and Chrissy to like get him to break up with the rabbi's daughter.
Oh yeah,
You remember? Like they just couldn't get him to break.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, who like
That's
ran the
where
hotel.
That's
Yeah,
where
so-
I recognize him from.
Yeah, Ned Eisenberg. Yeah.
He plays the peeping Tom in this, right? Alfred, is that his
No.
name?
He plays Eddie, the creep.
Eddie.
Who the womanizer. Yeah.
Yeah, the Harvey Weinstein of the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I was watching
But
it
also,
today, and I was like, Harvey Weinstein maybe like loosely based this character off himself because Eddie's a creep.
yeah, Eddie's a total fucking sleaze creep.
So
Brian Backer, who plays Alfred,
got it.
is the peeping Tom, and
Got
he is notably from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
That's where I recognize him
Yeah,
from. I
yeah.
couldn't figure it out. I didn't really look. I mean, I looked in this cast list and shit, but it was just like Jason Alexander was just like the one that like stuck out to me, and Fisher Stevens. They're the most iconic.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
dude, their characters are so good in this.
Well, that's the
mostly
thing, too.
Fisher Stevens. He's my favorite one.
Oh, Woodstock?
Woodstock.
I love them
I like
all. Like, I love
Woodstock.
that whole, like, ragtag group,
Yeah. And you know what, man? Like, for people that like say that this is a Friday the 13th ripoff, like not at all, man, because the one thing that sets this movie apart from a Friday the 13th film is how character driven it is compared to like kill driven, slasher driven per se, because we're really with these characters. We know these characters, and it just makes what ends up happening in the film just like so much more devastating,
Yeah,
'cause, like,
you're rooting for them, and you don't
Yes.
want to see them killed.
no,
Especially like Jason Alexander, Woodstock, the taller one. Like you care about these kids,
right.
you know?
Yeah, no, you do. And
They're funny. They're very likable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And
man.
Todd, great dude.
Todd is a great dude, but Todd also, has a bit of a dark past because
yeah.
he is the only person in this film, post Cropsy burn who was involved with the whole thing that ended up happening. So,
Yeah. Which we'll get into, but before that, this was like the first Miramax movie,
that was like shocking to me to see, because I've seen this before. But dude, this was many years ago. Had I seen this, and then with the rewatch of it, I'm like, oh man, like I forgot that this was written by Harvey Weinstein, produced by Harvey and Bob, first Miramax release, really kind of get them going.
Which disclaimer, fuck them both.
Yeah.
They're pieces of shit, but we do love Miramax movies, and we love The Burning.
Yeah, well, it's just, unfortunate,
Yeah.
the whole thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, fuck them for sure.
So another cool thing about The Burning is this is one of the first movies to get on the Video Nasties list in the UK because of how violent it is. Good old Tom Savini and those gore effects, man.
Yeah, dude, he really sells it. And, I know that this film was like just overall heavily, edited, for that. And something pretty cool about that is there's like a bootleg VHS tape that was going around that was like highly collectible, which had the full uncut version. And I didn't know about that. And then I heard, the homies in Movie Dumpster, they have a great episode on The Burning, and Joe has one of the tapes.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he has the
Yeah, I'm
tape,
going to go back and listen to that.
Yeah, go listen to it. It's great, man. Those dudes are the best. But
Yeah, you know what I was listening
Joe
to? Their
has it.
Flesh Eating Mothers episode.
Oh, yeah?
That
Yeah.
and like I was on a Melt movie kick because we've been dealing with a bit of heat waves.
Yeah.
And like their Street Trash episode is so good.
Well, I haven't listened to either, but I mean, I know that I haven't seen Flesh Eating Mothers, and I've never seen Street Trash either.
You've
so,
got to watch
yeah.
both of those, especially
Yeah.
like Street Trash. You've got to get a watching, man. You really do.
Well, there's the remake. It's not. Is
Great,
it a remake?
solid. Yeah, it's a requel.
Oh, okay. I like that. I'll give it
and
a
it's
whirl.
and it's solid. It is solid.
But yeah, man, one of the first movies on the Video Nasties had some cool, bootlegged tape with the unedited cut that went around for a very long time. And then to my understanding, like, it wasn't until maybe like the early 2000s when this started getting a DVD release, had everybody been had the ability to watch this with the full uncut version, because the kills are very brutal in this when they do happen.
Good.
And there's not a high kill count in the. I mean, there is, but there isn't. There's a really great scene which there's 10 kills in this, but
that's still a solid kill count for a slasher.
This movie doesn't really rely heavily on the kill count per se. The body count like other slashers did. It was character driven, story based, and then kind of like fucking 40 minutes through the movie does it really start to pick up when it comes to the killing.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like a chore because of how well written the characters are.
Exactly. So, this movie was made by filmmakers who weren't horror filmmakers. I mean, look at the Weinsteins as far as like where their careers have went. Yes, did they produce probably some of the best horror movies? Yes, for sure. But, being written by both of them, they probably wanted to go with more of a dramatic tone, a thriller tone, and they definitely achieved it. Good way to put it, that it wasn't a chore to get through this. It's very well paced. Very well paced.
Definitely well paced, and like you'd mentioned, the Weinsteins were still cutting their teeth in the movie industry because they were like music promoters or something. I remember watching an interview with the actress that plays Michelle from Bloodsport, and she said like on one of the off days, the Weinsteins like gave them all passes to go to a show in Albany to see like some famous musician, because they were still really doing that as their main gig.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they did a lot of music video production, to my understanding, and the director, what's his name, Mark Malim, something like that. He was a documentary filmmaker, and
Tony Malim.
Tony, yeah, okay. The M is what got me. But he was like a documentary filmmaker, and how he kind of got linked up with the bunch was the Weinsteins had did some producing for his documentaries, and then he had come on and did this. And I'm not sure what he went on to do afterwards. I probably should have did a little bit of research on that, but I'm just more so, into the actual film itself.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of like it for like what I really want to say as far as like getting into the,
Sam, no, I'm ready to get into this, man.
So, synopsis for The Burning. A cruel prank at Camp Blackfoot leaves caretaker Cropsy horribly burned. Years later, he's released from the hospital, still disfigured and fueled by revenge. Armed with garden shears, Cropsy stalks a new group of unsuspecting campers at a nearby camp called Stonewater. What unfolds is one of the most brutal and underrated slasher films of the 1980s.
This summer, if you're planning to go camping, don't. If you're looking forward to midnight swims, don't.
Sneak on back to the campsite. Get some matches. Build us a hot fire. Don't be long.
And if you're thinking about being with someone where no one can see you, don't. Because this summer, A Legend of Terror isn't just a campfire story anymore.
They say he smashed his way through the bunk room door, just a mass of flames. Burned alive, cried out, I will return! I will have my revenge! revenge. He lives on whatever he can catch. Right now, he's out there, watching, waiting. Who's there?
What happened one summer 5 years ago is about to happen again, and again, and again. The Burning.
They don't make trailers like this anymore, dude. You know, with
No.
the narration, you know.
Yes.
It's just such bullshit. Like,
And you got the most iconic scene. Great
Right.
title card. The Burning. I love that kind of fucking narration, man.
yeah, no, so do I.
Like, that's what trailers are missing, and they show way too much of the movie. Like, you know, upon the time of recording, the Silent Night, Deadly Night remake trailer just dropped, or teaser. It's 40 seconds, and they show, like, all of the iconic throwback kills.
They show you what they know you want.
Yeah,
You know,
but like,
but
you don't need to
it's not
show all
effective.
that.
And I mean, this trailer definitely did also like really
In a sense,
kind of
yes,
blow the
but
load a little bit, but it, you know, it's cool, you know.
I don't know. It's just trailers are so much better back then, man. They really made you excited.
I think everything was. I
'Cause
mean,
that
I didn't
was-
live there. I didn't live in that time, but
No,
you know,
but like when
definitely-
I got serious into this hobby and like certain movies would come up and I'd, you know, check kind of like groups, like horror movie collecting groups, and it was like, all right, I'm gonna go watch the trailer, and then I'd watch a trailer like this and I'd be so excited. Like, I found out about this movie in my freshman year of college. I was just looking for like underrated slashers on fucking like Break or whatever, and The Burning was one of them, and I watched this trailer and I got fucking so hyped. You know, it's
Yeah.
just like, we don't get those kind of trailers anymore.
Nah, the era of a good trailer is long gone, unless you're Jordan Peele, because I feel like Jordan Peele, and I've said this before on previous episodes, how, you know, he knows how to put a movie trailer together.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
he's got
he
full
leaves
control.
you wondering
Yeah, absolutely.
and wanting
that's kinda,
more.
That's kind of what you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have the don't in it,
Yeah,
with
the
the
don't.
narration speaking like,
So
you know,
good.
a bit
So
about the
good,
synopsis. So cool. But enough about the trailer. We can just
Yeah.
gush about it. However, so The Burning opens up at Camp Stonewater, and
Okay, so it's Stonewater and then it's Camp Blackfoot, I guess, then in the future, because there's like a 5-year time span.
yeah, but they're not the same camps as far as I know.
No, yeah, they're not the same camps.
It's just like the new camp 5 years later is a new camp, you know, nearby. So maybe just whatever the fuck happened over at Stonewater kind of just was like, yeah, you know, we got a bad history here,
yeah.
you know. So this film opens up at the camp in the middle of the night. You have a group of young boys in one of the bunks, and they're plotting what they're going to do to Cropsy. So these kids seemingly hate Cropsy. They say he's a drunk and he's a piece of shit, and they're going to scare the fucking shit out of him. And they have like the perfect plan. They all kind of like packed, and they're like, are you down? Are you down? Are you down for this? He was like, yeah, I want to fucking scare the shit out of him. Scare the fuck out of him. And they sneak into Cropsy's bunk, the caretaker's area. And is it Todd who's the one that is in there who plants it?
He's the one that knocks on the window.
Okay. So I have the clip. We'll roll the clip and we'll show exactly what happens. But yeah, like they sneak in while Cropsy's sleeping, and then I don't know where the fuck they got this thing, but let's see. Yeah, let's see.
It's fucking crazy looking.
So they're knocking on the window. Cropsy's asleep.
Yo, he's
Peeking.
one ugly motherfucker, man.
He really is.
He's got like a pig nose.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, what is that?
That thing looks fucking insane. Like, I don't know how they had access to that. Yeah, it catches the bed on fire, which, those blankets are like super catchable.
Yeah, it's like a wool blanket that he's sleeping with. And then the fucking can of gasoline.
Oh my God. He is fucking cooking.
Yes, he is. Imagine seeing this, dude.
Yo, that'd be I'd be fucking scarred for life.
Bro. Oh, yeah.
On my TV, you could see, like, it's clearly a fireproof suit, but...
Yeah, absolutely.
But, like, back then, you couldn't tell.
No, not at all. That's... Yeah, so, Cropsy, gets torched. The kids watch it unfold. He fucking runs out and rolls down this hill to douse himself out. But just to go back real quick, a guy in a fire suit for sure. Here's the thing that I'm going to say. One of the problems about like these new versions, the 1080p's or the 4Ks of these films is the picture quality is getting so clear that
they
it's
show all the
sometimes
imperfections.
It shows the imperfections and it shows the fucking it kills the illusion sometimes.
Yeah.
That these filmmakers were striving for sure. But yeah, I mean, nonetheless. So Cropsy gets torched and then we end up, what is it, like 2 weeks later or something? He's in
he's in the hospital down in the city in like a intensive care burn unit. And
and then we get what, like this one orderly, one nurse guy who links up with this new doctor who like just recently started, and he like says to him, he's like, "Oh, you want to see something fucked up? Something real bad?"
And he's like, and he's going on. He's like, "This guy is fucking cooked. Big Mac overdone."
Yeah,
like it's such a silly line.
Nah,
it's like
cool.
that
it's
dude
funny.
Today would get fired instantly.
Oh yeah, absolutely, for sure.
He's like, yeah,
people get fired for fucking less than that,
Yeah. But he brings the new doctor into the room. He's like, "Come on, this is where." And he doesn't refer to Cropsy as a man. He refers to him as an it. He's like, "This is where it is."
Yeah, it kind of takes his identity away as being a human who's just been like. Look, don't get me wrong, man. Like, who knows? Like what Cropsy did? He did not deserve that, though.
Not
he doesn't deserve that.
No. But yeah, so like. The orderly's showing the new doctor, like, Cropsy, and he unzips it, and you just hear, like, the breathing machines and all that, and the orderly's like, "Come on, take a peek," and then the fucking burned arm grabs
the skin
orderly.
is, like, falling off, and, like,
it looks so good.
Yeah, it's a good effect, and then from there, you
get the title card.
Yeah, you get the title card, and then it fast forwards to 5 years now, and Cropsy is being wheeled out of the hospital, and then we have a voiceover of like one of the doctors talking about how, we're sorry, but the skin grafts, didn't take, and we don't think that you should really, hold these kids responsible or hold on to this, fucking bad thing that they did to you, which is really fucked up because like, how you gonna tell somebody that? Like, this dude is disfigured for life. Horribly disfigured. I don't even know what degree these fucking burns were, and they're kind of telling him like, "Oh, don't seek these kids out. Don't hold them. Don't hold this against them." That's what I'm trying to get at. And then he gets released, and I love this shit. I love this scene because now Cropsy, he's in like a fucking trench coat. He's got, this hat on, and you know where I'm going with this.
I know where you're going. He's walking the streets of 42nd Street.
Is it 42nd Street?
It's gotta be, man. It's gotta be. Or damn nearby.
Yeah.
It's gotta be, because like you got all the sex shops, you got all the prostitutes, like that was like kind of happening on 42nd Street along
It's
with
all
the Grindhouse
42nd
theaters.
Street was. I wish it was still happening, dude.
Yeah.
Now you just got like McDonald's and fucking Lids and M&M's store and all that shit, dude. It's like, man, porno shops, XXX here, peep shows and shit. Like, that's the heyday, man. I would have liked to have gone down there.
I would have loved to gone down 42nd Street, gone to a fucking Grindhouse double feature.
Yes.
Then, all right, we'll hit up the peep show and then
there you
fucking
go. Yeah,
make
maybe
a night out of it.
Get a slice of pizza.
Get a good fucking New York slice.
It sounds like a fun night. Instead, now you're just fucking going down. It's whatever. But anyways, like when I was watching this, I was like, I don't really know if this is 42nd Street or if it's like some place up in like upstate New York where, it's like in the city of like maybe Buffalo where they kind of got a little bit of a 42nd Street vibe to it, whatever. But yeah, Cropsy's got a bit of a Giallo look to him.
Yeah.
For sure. And I love what they did with the POV shots with Cropsy, because when he's walking down the street, his POV, it's not a clear image. It's like a very skewed, like watery looking, like gross image, right? Like how they achieved it was they had rubbed Vaseline on the lens to like give it like this look, like, and I believe like I'm looking through the eyes of a man that's burned and disfigured,
Yeah.
From there, Cropsy, I guess, needs to satisfy some fucking burning urge inside of him that's been building up with him for the... Huh?
No pun intended. You said a burning urge.
Oh, shit. I didn't even catch that. So no pun intended or pun intended. However, he picks up a prostitute and she brings him back to her apartment and... bad move on her part.
Yeah.
Because we have the first kill of the film.
No, get away! Get away from me, please!
So he's choking her out, and then he picks up mini shears, which is foreshadowing his murder weapon of choice later on in the film, and he stabs
that nice
her.
plunge that you hear in the blood spray is so good.
Only a Savini effect, bro. Look how violent this is. Throws her out the window. Love that. Thunder and lightning and shit. And then the blood splatter on the fucking window, dude. Like, this is dramatic, man.
Yeah.
Like,
So
that's a dramatic kill.
Even leading up to that kill, I love this shot where she's already up at the apartment and she's looking down. She's like, "You coming in or what, honey?" And we just get this shot of him, like, draped in black, silhouette, hat covering everything. The coat.
What like when the camera's peeking down
yes,
and he's
dude,
in the
it's
doorway
so
and
good.
he's walking in. Yeah,
yes,
I like that
and
a lot.
then we get that lightning strike, right? Of him walking closer to her.
Yeah.
And right before she sees him. And it's just so good, dude. It's so dramatic. And then as he gets closer to the light, she's like, "Oh God, just go away. Please, just leave me alone." Like, and then he's, moves in for the kill. That scene is fucking amazing. Everything that builds up to it.
Yeah, it's like it
really sets the tone for what
100% sets the tone. And like I said, there's like the little scissors, which are like the mini shears, and then we don't get a kill for a very long time. We don't get another kill for at least 40 minutes into this film.
Nah, we get an almost kill, and then we get a glimpse.
Right. We get some fake outs, couple, like maybe like 3 fake outs or so.
Yeah.
But, from that point, we're now at the new camp with all the, main players in this, which is like the main counselor, Todd. And then we have a bunch of the other kids where it's like Tiger's one of them. She's one of the main girls. We have Sally, who's one of the main girls. We have Woodstock, Jason Alexander's character. We have Glazer. I like Glazer.
Oh, I'll get into Glazer. I'll do my Glazer
he's a bit of a He's
a real fucking New Yorker over there.
He's a real New Yorker, man. But he's like certainly
he's the bully. Asshole.
He's the bully, but he's kind of like the dimwit bully,
Yeah,
and he's got not bright, not at all. He's very dull, but he's got a thing for Sally. Like him and Sally kind of got like a little bit of thing going. And you got Eddie, of course, too. Can't forget Eddie and Kathy. They got a little bit of a thing going on, but Kathy, she says she likes Eddie, but he also makes her uncomfortable and kind of scares her because he's got a very overbearing personality, which I can definitely see her point.
Yeah,
with being a little bit of scared. Like, he kind of like forces himself on her later on. He's a bit of a prick too.
Oh yeah, major prick.
For like the first freaking 40 minutes of this film, we're with these kids at summer camp, and it's cool, man. Like the first fake out that we get is during a softball scene, right? So everybody's playing softball. Somebody knocks the ball into the woods, and then
Tiger goes and gets it. Yeah.
Tiger goes in and gets it, and Cropsy is lurking around in the woods. And then we get a couple of POV shots of Cropsy watching her, looking for the ball. And then, as things start to kind of like, pick up where you think like we're going to get a kill, there's an amazing score from Rick Wakeman, who was from the group in the 80s called Yes. And it's like this super like synthy score throughout the film. And I love it. I love it. I love a good score. And I especially love good synthy shit too.
Yeah,
so
there's times where it's effective, but then there's times where it's a little goofy. Like
which time?
There's a scene where they're like kind of all celebrating, and it just gets really happy.
Oh, the school. Okay.
I can't explain it, but if like, if it comes up in any of the clips we have, I'll point it out for sure. But anytime there's like a celebratory moment or like a happy moment, it kicks in. Okay. And I don't know, it's just kind of silly. But at the same time, there are those effective moments, especially when it's like Cropsy's POV where something serious is about to happen. Like it does hit.
Yeah, for sure. So we have the Tiger fake out kill here. She doesn't get killed, but Cropsy definitely does build up to it. You see him with the gardening shears. He's about to do it. And then she finds the ball and then she runs off. And I'm glad a kill didn't happen here.
Yeah.
Would have been too soon.
No. You got to leave it wanting a bit more. And the payoff is so worth it later.
Well, yeah. We earn, our kills in the long run for sure.
Yeah.
So ultimately, like what kind of gets everything going here is there's a big canoe trip that's being planned for like the older kids. And, that's including Jason Alexander's character, Woodstock's character, Glazer, and then all the main people that we had mentioned before. So I don't know if you want me to like, jump that quick. Is there anything that you want to say as far as like...
Yeah, so we get another fake out where Alfred is peeping on Sally in the shower to get back at Glazer, which makes no sense. It's just like, if you're going to get back at Glazer, like why be a creep in the shower?
Alfred's a weird kid, man.
Yeah, he's a weirdo. He's like kind of the cast out, fucking just awkward, doesn't want to be there. Glazer's giving him shit.
Can't swim either.
Can't
which
swim.
We find out.
Todd's trying to sympathize with him, but also be like, yo, man, you can't be doing this shit. But yeah, so Alfred, he gets Sally, he freaks her out, creeps her out, and Glazer, like, he
presses him because he's like, Sally's my girl, and you're a fucking creep. And, Todd sees the interaction between Glazer and Alfred, and then Todd breaks it up. But like you said, he tells him, he's like, dude, why are you doing this shit? Like, you're kind of fucked up. Like, you can get kicked out of camp for this. And then he tells him, he's like, I almost got kicked out of camp once. Yeah. And he doesn't even go into it, but Todd's like, you almost got kicked out of camp. Like, it's a real big deal. Yeah, might I add,
Alfred's
dude,
like shocked about it almost.
Yeah, he's like shocked about it. And I don't know if you remember when we were in day camp, there was this one kid that he got kicked out of camp He got kicked out of day camp, and then he came back the next day, and they were like making a whole big fucking deal about it. I don't know what he did.
I remember that.
He threw like some rock at some fucking kid that was like bothering him, like rocks and dirt and shit. And he was a little bit of a troubled kid, but yeah, he came back and it was like a whole big deal. I remember the camp counselors like talking about it, and he like didn't bring it up to his mother, or he didn't like, like he didn't rat himself out for being a bad kid or whatever. But besides the point, it's a big deal, you know, getting kicked out of camp, man. And me and Steven went to day camp together. I just want to say as well.
Yeah, we did go to day camp together. And I also went to a sleepaway camp in New Jersey.
Did you?
And it was the worst fucking experience of my entire life.
I would have never went, bro.
I went with Anthony and Reggiana, my step aunt, fucking Gina. She convinced my mom that it would be a good thing when we first moved up to this area. Horrible. I was writing letters to my mom to please come pick me up, or have like one of our nearby great aunts pick me up. Since
there was no phone.
New Jersey. I could have asked. I think I just didn't.
Writing letters to your mom by like,
dude, I legit
night.
No bullshit, dude. A kid got jumped in the shower stall next to me. So during this is a straight shoot, brother. I fucking sharpened a popsicle stick.
Oh yeah. Kept it under your pillow?
Kept it under my pillow because of the shit that was going on, man. It was bad. It was fucking bad. It was called Starlight Camp. We had to go to church every morning. There was like a church on the camp. It was a fucking miserable. I could not wait to go back home.
How long were you there for? Like,
2 weeks.
Oh,
2 weeks, man. And those 2 weeks felt like fucking hell. I didn't start like actually being okay until like the last 3 days, because I knew I was leaving.
Yeah. I want to hear more.
I got homesick.
I want to hear more about this. Maybe we could talk a little bit more about camp and, you know, things like that later on in the episode. I want to hear more about that, because I don't really know.
It was fucking horrible, man. It was truly horrible. I remember I made something for my mom, and like, we had to go down to the beach after arts and crafts, so I had no chance to go back to my cabin to put it away. And like, it was still drying from the glue, and some kid like kicked sand into it and like ruined it. It was to hold like some of her makeup and shit, you know, like made out of popsicle sticks. That's where I got the popsicle stick to sharpen.
And then he just like snuck one in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
My one friend that I made there, like his dad was like an ice cream man and shit, and he was just like, I just can't wait to go back home. He was like, I can't wait to go back home, dude.
What an experience.
Yeah, dude, I was like in 3rd grade.
Damn.
It was horrible.
I never would have went. My mom never would have sent me. She didn't even want to send me to fucking day camp, dude. She like hated that like I was gone in the summer.
I was happy that you were attending day camp with me.
I know, man.
I was like, someone I know was here.
Yeah, we had
but anyways, we get another fake out, man. Not another fake out, but we get a glimpse of Cropsy. So before dinner, before the night before like the big canoe trip, we got all the boys in the cabin. We got Woodstock. We got Glazer. We got Jason Alexander's character. We got Alfred. All of them.
He comes in with some goodies.
Yeah, he took a trip to town. I don't know how he managed, but he's got
his car,
his ways.
I think he was the only one that had a car, or had the availability for a car or whatever.
Okay.
I think they say, yeah.
Yeah, so he comes out. He's got some nudie mags. He's got a Hustler. He's got a Playboy. A Hustler for Woodstock. He's got a Playboy for the one guy.
He's like a jerk-off champion.
Yeah, that's the bantamweight champion right there.
Bantamweight champion, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the vitamin E pills,
and then
too.
And fucking Glazer's asking for rubbers. You got my rubbers? And he's like, I asked for lubricated rubbers.
He says he's not paying him the $5 for it. He's like,
yo, there's another funny part where Jason Alexander, like, they're looking at the Playboy magazine. He's like, oh, God bless her mom and dad. That fucking line gets me every time, man.
He's great, man. He's a great
so
character.
good.
And he had a full head of hair, but
yeah,
it was actually a fucking hairpiece.
Oh, really?
That's what I read, that it was a hairpiece. At 21, he was losing his hair already.
Oh, shit.
So he was George Costanza.
I understand his pain, because after
21
25,
years old,
I started going bald.
I got a nice bald spot in the back. I just can't commit to fucking fully.
But yeah, so going back to that scene, Alfred he's on the top bunk and he's staring at the window by Glazer where, you know, Jason Alexander and fucking Glazer is talking about the fucking lubricated rubbers. And we get like a POV of someone lurking outside. And then
you have
Cropsy,
Cropsy's music. Cropsy's,
Yeah.
you know, like synthy music, you know, and the POV shots, you know, with the glaze over the lens and shit. And yeah.
and then we get a quick glimpse of Cropsy's face that Alfred sees.
Very
and he
quick.
starts-
You do
he
not
starts
get a good
freaking
look
out.
at it. Yeah.
No, but just enough to like, yo, what the fuck was that? Like, yo, if I saw some shit like that in the window, even as quick as Alfred did, I would have been having the same reaction, dude. I would have been fucking like, nah, fuck this. Fuck this. Come pick me up now.
Yeah,
fuck
man.
that.
A good scene. Definitely a
Great
good
scene.
scene.
Great scene.
Builds a little bit of the tension for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah, and then we get another fake out like shortly after because like Woodstock goes back to the, you know, they're all called for dinner. Todd comes and calls them for dinner, but then Woodstock goes back because he forgot his vitamin E. Old bantamweight champion right there. Forgets his vitamin E, and he goes in and like we get another POV. Someone creeping in the cabin with Woodstock, and you think it's Cropsy, and Woodstock's got the flashlight, and he points it up, and oh, it's just Todd, but it's very effective.
Yeah, very effective. You think that Woodstock's gonna get it, and he doesn't. So that's 3 fake outs, you know, already. So I kind of like that though, man. You know, because in true slasher fashion, you know, the way that like a lot of these kids are picked off in these movies is like one by one. You know, when the killer can find them alone and. You know, that doesn't end up happening early on. So I like that aspect to it. It kind of sets it apart, you know,
Yeah.
because they could have been picking off kids early on, and that's just not what happens. So, I want to mention the raft scene, not the raft scene, but you know when they're all on the raft,
Swimming?
the swimming scene.
Oh,
yeah.
with the pellet gun?
Yes.
Yeah,
With Woodstock's pellet gun.
Oh, yeah.
And they kind of try to get Glazer back from being a little bit of a prick. You know, they kind of do one for Alfred there.
Yeah, because Glazer throws Alfred, who can't swim, into the lake. And, you know, they go in and, like, help Alfred. And then Glazer, he swims over to Sally and her friends. And he's all like, what's up, Sally, baby? How you been?
And they're all laughing at him and giggling
Yeah.
and all this shit.
In his fucking Speedo.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because, like, Woodstock pulls out his fucking pellet gun and they set up the shot and they fucking nail Glazer right in the ass. And then they all show their asses.
Right. I don't have that clip, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm glad you don't. But it is a good, like, got you moment, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Like a big fuck you, but
Yeah.
but nothing really ends up coming from that. It's just a bunch of like kids being kids, man, you know?
Some good hijinks, man.
Yeah. And that's what you
Yeah.
get a lot of, man,
Yeah.
when with these kids. It feels like just like a straight up like summer camp movie.
Yeah.
You know, like a Meatballs.
Yo,
type
I was
deal, you know?
going to Meatballs. Speaking of
love
Meatballs, I
Meatballs,
showed
man.
Kristen the alien from Meatballs too.
Meathead.
Meathead.
Meathead? Yeah. Meathead.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
That needs
I
a
love
release.
I feel like the first one did.
But I feel like Meatballs 2 needs a
Meathead
release.
is in Meatballs too, right?
In Meatballs 2, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I think I'm gonna watch Meatballs.
Yo,
fucking
Meatballs
tonight.
2. That was
So
my
good,
grandfather
man.
and I would watch that movie a lot when I was a kid.
When I was a kid, I rented that VHS a lot.
Yeah,
I loved it.
yeah.
I loved it.
I love
it.
when
So-
he's fucking hitting the joint and his fucking eyes light up red
Yeah.
and he's like floating and shit. It's so
Yeah.
fucking good, man.
So
I
funny.
had that alien as my profile picture on Facebook for a minute.
I think I'm gonna put that as my profile pic on the socials.
So good. It's so good.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, just like a good like hijinks summer camp flick, dude, like kids being kids and getting to
Yeah.
really know these characters, which is like so nice. And you know, so after this we're with them on the canoe trip.
Yeah.
So I don't really know where they're going. Where are they going?
I don't know, but it's called Devil's something.
Yeah, maybe it's like a
Devil's
I don't
Creek, Devil's Rock, some shit.
Maybe
But
they're just
it's,
going to like
it's like
some
a
cool
10 mile fucking
That's
trip.
fucking long
yeah.
on the water.
Yeah. Yo, I've done 11 miles on the Delaware River on a canoe.
Really?
Yeah,
You're
summer of
surprising
2012.
me here, man. You really
Summer of 2012.
You
It
really
was a good summer trip. I'm sorry, it wasn't on a canoe. It was on a kayak, and it was awesome.
Like you had your own?
Mm-hmm. Because at the campground you could rent the kayaks there. Yeah, and they had a drop off point, and the bus would pick you up and take you back to the campgrounds.
Okay.
Yeah, we stayed in a nice log cabin, like a bunch of us. Like it was a family summer trip with cousin Tammy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So and it was somewhere in Sullivan County, but you were kind of on the borderline of the Delaware River.
Yeah, well, Delaware River is like vast,
Huge.
man.
Yeah.
Huge.
But it was good. It was cool, dude. We got caught in a storm too at one point. So the rapids were getting like, I was just, and the advice I was given is when it gets like crazy, just ride straight. Ride straight. I was really I like kayaking, man.
Yeah,
I don't fuck with lakes.
No.
But like freshwater river, I will kayak.
I
for
kayaked
sure.
on a lake at one of my buddy's bachelor parties, and it was a lot of fun. It was very relaxing. I found it to be very relaxing, just like being by myself and kayaking and shit. And
you got to try it on the river, man.
It's quite
It's
the
so
workout.
sick.
Yeah, I might. I enjoyed it. Well, maybe we could set something up in the future. We'll go.
Yeah,
do
that'd
it.
be sick.
We'll go
But
do
yeah,
like a
so
little
they're on the canoe trip. We're setting up camp.
And I
The
think we
sun's
have
down.
like that fun, playful music.
Yeah,
you know,
we do.
At that
we
time,
do.
so
And then we get a nice campfire, and we get a good campfire story about the legend of Cropsy told by Todd.
mm-hmm.
And he
Little
starts
does
going
everybody
into
else know that this is his story.
Yeah, this is his story, and he's telling everyone about
He
who
was a
Cropsy
mean
was.
man.
Yep, living off the woods and shit. Don't breathe, he'll hear you.
I
all
love
that.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. And as he's continuing the story, the tension's building as like all the kids are kind of becoming invested in this. And then boom. We have jump scare. Eddie in a fucking mask and a knife and all this shit, and everybody's like going nuts and takes the mask off, and then everybody's like all relieved now, because it's just Eddie.
Yeah,
They're just being fun and playful. So
yeah, it's great though, because like especially like Stephen Fisher's like fucking reaction. He's like, "Holy shit!" Like he's like, yeah, it's so good.
they all sell it very well.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a good fake out scare again, but I'm not bothered by it.
No.
Yeah, and then we get our we get a moment where Eddie and Kathy,
Yeah.
they got some alone time. He's like, "Come on, let's take a dip."
She kind of like gives into him a little bit now, because like we said early on, she likes him, but he's a bit forceful, and he's got a very how would you describe his personality? I think I described it already. I forgot what I said. Just a strong personality. You know what I mean?
Womanizer.
Yes, you could definitely tell that he's a womanizer.
Yeah,
for sure.
And she even mentioned, she's like, "I just don't want to be another woman to your list,"
Right.
That you've
because
added
he
to
like
the
always
list.
mentions all the women that he's had, and it's a bit of a turn off for her, and so yeah, he kind of becomes a little bit too forceful, makes her very uncomfortable, and she ends up saying "fuck you," and so she goes back to the shore, and all of her clothes are gone. They're all scattered throughout the woods, and she's like, walking through this path and finding all her clothes and everything like that. And I'll be honest, man, I like Kathy. I feel like she's a nice, sweet girl who respects herself, and you root for her for sticking it to fucking Eddie and be like,
absolutely.
good, like you didn't fucking give in to him. You have your pride, and she left. And this is when we get our first official kill in The Burning. Very good kill.
Oh, so good. Throat slice. The blood spray. Yeah. I like that he just sticks it in the tree after.
Yeah.
And her wearing the button-down white shirt just adds to the
with the contrast to the fucking blood.
Yeah, it's great.
So that's our first kill in the film, and very effective kill. And then from there, it's the next day, and everybody's looking for where Kathy is, and they go up to Eddie, and they're like, well, where the fuck is she? What did you do to her? And they're kind of all under the suspicion that, he did something to her, and she ended up like going back to camp. They find that all the canoes are gone, which is fucked.
Yeah.
Very fucked. And then, Todd's Boy Scout training, they decide that they're going to build a raft, and they're going to send back the best swimmers back to the camp to see like what the hell was going on.
And they start assembling it, and there's one funny scene where I think it's like Jason Alexander's girl. She's like, well, what are we supposed to be looking for? And both Jason Alexander and Stephen Fisher are like, your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit pops me. It's like, yo, your mother jokes even like back in 1980.
Yeah, your mama jokes. So after, Kathy's death, like we're kind of like full steam ahead now. Like it really picks up from here. So they build the raft, and then you're going to probably know better than me, but they build the raft, and then they see them off, and then
they see one of the canoes on the raft. So we got Eddie, we got Woodstock, the one other kid that's part of the group with Woodstock and Alfred and all of them, and Jason Alexander. I just forget
5
his name.
kids on the raft, I think.
Yeah. There's
And
a couple of girls.
I'm gonna go off and say that what ends up happening here is probably one of the best kills in any slasher movie.
Agreed. It is iconic. It is one of the best, one of the most famous in slasher film history. It needs to be seen by everyone.
Well, just watch the movie. Don't just watch the clip.
Yeah, no, watch the movie, but like,
so
this
is
the selling point.
This is the selling point for sure. So they're canoeing up on their little raft. One of the girls points out that, oh, look, one of the canoes is over there. So they start paddling towards it, and it's just like sitting there rocking. And I love the way that this is edited, because we get a shot from like behind the canoe of like everybody coming in, paddling in and everything. And, just as soon as like they reach the canoe, we have this.
There it is, the most iconic shot. Yeah.
Holy shit, what a fucking scene, man.
Man, a fucking massacre. Look, this is great. Hold on. He gets her across. Yup. Oh, the finger clip.
Woodstock getting his fingers fucking cut off.
Get the Eddie kill, like Friday the 13th Part 1. Same effect.
This
So
girl
good.
getting her fucking forehead slashed
Yup.
gets me.
Oh, right
Yeah.
across the forehead. Now
Dude.
that is a blade job.
Yes.
In wrestling terms.
She got some color.
Yeah,
For sure. She was definitely
sister got
gigging.
some color.
She was
that
gigging.
was a hard gig right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Dude, that fucking scene is so good, man. It
Mwah.
happens so
Mwah.
fast. It's so intense.
Yeah.
And, it's a mass killing, dude. Like,
It is a massacre.
What other movie, besides, let's say, a Final Destination movie, does a whole fucking slew of like 5 kids get taken out in like one scene?
It's so good. Now, this is all those teases. This is the payoff.
Yes.
This is it
for
right
sure.
here.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man, it's just like the Savini effects, dude. Like the one that really stuck with me was the Woodstock one for sure. When he gets his fingers slashed off.
Yeah.
And I just love how Cropsy pops up.
Yeah.
With the shears.
It's one of the most famous shots.
And
Yeah.
to my understanding, the director played Cropsy in like every one of the killing shots. because he just like felt like he was the only one who can hold the shears in the right way to get the gleam of like the sunlight and all this. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. So yeah dude, the fucking whole mess of kids end up getting picked off, and then from there, we get a shot of Sally and Glazer.
Yeah.
In the woods. And they're about to start getting it on. You know, Sally decides that she's going to finally give in to him.
Yeah. And Alfred's creeping on him.
Yeah.
So they wait until like sundown. And then he's like, Sally, baby, it's going to be so good. I'm going to build us a hot fire.
He's really talking himself up. Well, he's talking himself up sexually. And then they get to it. And I mean, she more than likely lost her virginity to him.
Yeah.
And
she's like, that's it?
Yeah, he's...
Old 5-pump chump over here.
He finishes quick.
Yeah.
And, you know, she kind of has like that clarity. We're just like, I can't believe I did it with this guy.
Yeah.
You know, she's very disappointed. And, I mean, he's embarrassed, of course, but he tries to make up for it. And he's like, you know, Sally, baby.
I'm going to build us a nice hot fire.
You get a hot nice
warm.
Fire. Yeah.
And
I'm going to go back to camp and get some matches.
She's going to get some matches. And like, you know, she kind of is like, okay, you know, at least that'll be romantic, you know. She's like kind of like ready to give him another chance. So he sneaks off, grabs the thing of matches, but Alfred like is not really sleeping, but pretending to sleep, opens his eye and goes to follow back. And Sally
while Glazer ends up going back, we end up having another kill here, Sally's kill. And this one is interesting because we don't see it happen.
No.
So here
we
you go.
We just see the struggle. Yeah.
So she's like holding the shears back, and Cropsy's, you know, going to kill her, and yeah, we don't end up seeing it happen. And then Glazer ends up coming back, and like you said, Alfred's like trailing behind him very closely, like to the point where like it almost seemed like Glazer brought him with him, but it was just like so.
And it's also a day for night shot too.
Yeah, most of the scenes in the woods were day for night shots, as far as I know, as far as I read. So he comes back, and you know, we see Sally. Her head's like kind of peeking out of the sleeping bag a little bit, and you know, Glazer thinks like maybe she fell asleep, whatever, and he goes up to it. Now this shot is a little confusing because he pulls the sheet down, or the sleeping bag down, and we see Sally dead, and then like we kind of sort of see Cropsy's shears next to her, and then Cropsy pops out, and we have Glazer's kill. So here you go. So you see?
Yep.
It happens quick.
Yeah. And this is great where he's holding up Glazer by the shears in the throat and pins him to the
shot,
tree.
Tracking, and he's...
Yeah, it's so good. All the blood coming out of Glazer's mouth and pins him right to the tree.
While Alfred watches and...
Yeah. So good. I love that. As he's pulling out the shears.
Right. Oh. And Cropsy knows that Alfred had seen what had happened, and then he's like chasing him through the woods now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. And you know, this kill totally inspired one of my favorite kills in Friday the 13th Part 5 with the couple in the woods that are screwing.
Yeah. Are you talking about with the shears, and then he comes down on it, and then he cracks
then
him?
Pops up after the whole when he finds her in the sleeping bag.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
You can't tell me they didn't get influence from this scene.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. But you know, as
even
far as
Sally's kill, because it's kind of almost the same. Because like,
so Friday the 13th ripped off of The Burning. How do you like that?
Totally did. Part 5 totally ripped this scene off. But I do like that scene in Friday Part 5.
Yeah. Fucking great scene, and just like great in here. Glazer's kill is the
so
best.
Good.
You know, I mean, obviously besides the raft scene, but you know, Glazer's kill is very good.
Really good.
So Cropsy's chasing fucking Alfred now through the woods, and we have like a really good chase scene here. Alfred
we skip to the next morning because Todd wakes up. He realizes Alfred's gone. He realizes
I think it happened. Doesn't it happen like? I'm not too sure about the sequence following that. I do remember though that Cropsy's chasing Alfred, and then Alfred like gets away because he's like hiding between some rocks.
Yeah.
Cropsy goes away,
but then Todd realizes that Alfred's missing, Glazer's missing, Sally's missing, and he's like, I need to go search for them. You guys, like he tells like Michelle, Jason Alexander, and the rest of the kids that didn't go on the raft, like, you guys gotta get help and get out of here while I go search for them.
What ends up happening when Todd gets slashed in the head?
So he goes off to find Alfred and Glazer and Sally, and he gets slashed in the head. And then kind of just like...
He has an encounter with Cropsy.
Yeah, he gets knocked out cold. But while that's going on, the raft appears again that they used, that the kids used.
Yeah, it's
and
like coming down the river now. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like,
I wish I
what
pulled
the
that
hell?
Clip. I'll insert the clip, but we're not going to be able to react to it.
So she's like, what the hell? That's our raft. So she swims up to it, and up pops Stephen Fisher's fucking dead body.
Yeah, and that's like, actually like him in makeup. Like, that's
watching the special features, like
really
of him
cool.
Getting applied. It's so good.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I gotta go check it out.
She like grabs like one of his arms or like limbs, and the rest of his body pops up
when she like swims over to it.
Yeah, it's really good.
The arm pops down, and it's a severed fucking arm, and then he pops out of the water. Mm-hmm. Oh man, that's so cool. Good. And then everybody's watching this happen in the fucking on the shoreline.
Yeah,
too. So
they still get on the raft because they gotta get out of there, and they do, and they make it back to the camp, and Todd's just left to deal with. He grabs like the axe, and that's when I think he has the encounter with Cropsy, where Cropsy slashes him, and knocks him out cold.
Well, Todd's girl ends up going back to the camp, and then she meets with like the camp director and tells him like, there's a fucking killer in the woods. Everybody's dead, and he doesn't believe her right away. And then she's like, why would I make this up?
She's like, look at those kids, and you see the kids like crying, getting off the raft, all like shooken up.
And then he's like, all right, I'll call the police. And then the police end up, sending in a helicopter, and Todd and Alfred are back, and, they got to deal with Cropsy.
Yeah.
So
that's where we get the shot of Alfred between the two rocks and Cropsy looking down on Alfred, and the shears are hanging. And she's like, man, I've been on your trail this whole time.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. And then like we as we're with these characters, I think Alfred at a point in time like stumbles on this old like coal mine. Right?
Yeah, that's where Cropsy gets the jump on him and uses him as bait.
Yes. And I would assume like this is probably where Cropsy's been holding himself up. Todd ends up finding this coal mine as well, and then he ends up going in, and then, Cropsy wants to a little cat and mouse here,
Cropsy's just fucking with Todd, he does the whole mining cart fake out, then he turns on the flamethrower, but then shuts it off, and Todd sees that Alfred's pinned up by the shears from Cropsy as bait by the arm too, which looks really painful. And then we get a flashback as the flamethrower's approaching Todd, of like Todd being there the night that the Cropsy accident happened with the prank, and it being Todd like the one knocking on the window. And they even mentioned like, are you in on this too, Todd?
Yeah, they say his name, and they didn't say it in the beginning, but then they say it then and there, Maybe it was like an afterthought, I don't know.
So it's like, oh shit, like, for your first time watch, you're like, oh damn, like, yeah, Cropsy's definitely here for revenge, especially on Todd.
Now, yes, exactly. But now it's like implied because of these flashbacks, how I kind of take it is Todd puts two and two together, that is Cropsy.
Yeah. He's like, oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
back
like,
you're
for
the guy.
me.
Yeah, back for me. Exactly.
Yeah. And then there's a bit of a fight struggle with the flamethrower, but Alfred gets free.
Pulls the
pulls the shears, which if you want to pull that clip up.
Yeah, absolutely. So Alfred pulls the shears and then he fucking stabs Cropsy in the back. So here we go.
Yep. Boom.
Stabs him in the back. Cropsy is now pinned and
He drops.
And now Cropsy's dead. And then...
So we think.
So you think he's dead. And then you have Todd and Alfred walking out. And then we have one more jump scare.
Yeah. And it's great, too, because...
I love that.
The axe plunged into the face.
Yeah.
And Todd sets him on fire.
Once
Which
and for
also,
all,
too...
You know, how it started is how it ends.
Yeah,
Cropsy engulfed in
and it's great
flames.
too because we finally get to see Cropsy's face.
Yeah,
and Tom Savini said it was a rush job. He only did the makeup in like 3 days or to come up with the look, but I like it.
I'm gonna pull it back so we can look at him real quick.
Yeah,
cool?
pull it back.
So you got a good. We'll get a good look at Cropsy. So you got a good look at him right here.
Yep,
pretty decent look. There you go,
right there. Oh yeah, I love it. I get the whole comparison to chewed bubble gum.
Oh, I didn't even hear that, but I can see some bubblicious.
Yeah, some chewed bubblicious.
Yeah.
But still, man, I think it looks good. I think it looks creepy. That is one hell of a slasher villain right there. That checks all the boxes for me.
It definitely does. I like the ending look right here. I like this look of him.
Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah,
with the dark eyes and everything and the skewed mouth.
Very scary.
Yeah, very scary.
Yo, if I saw that, I'd be fucking tripping, man.
Based on like the lighting and shit here, like it's not even like so much pink as bubblegummy as this is like burnt, like dead flesh. Like, so cool. So let's just let this run out real quick. Yeah, and then just the axe to the head.
Axe to the head.
Like chef's kiss.
Mwah.
Yeah. Awesome.
So yeah, we get Alfred and Todd. They're exiting the mining cave, and Michelle has showed up with the camp director who's waved down the chopper for rescue, and it's all just kind of like, all right, it's all over.
And I really, really, really do like the way that this movie ends with the fade into another telling of the Cropsy story with a different set of counselors.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I really like it. And then I like the way that it ends with don't say it, don't say his name, don't breathe it, don't think it, something like that.
Yeah.
And then it just like ends.
Yeah, it's good. It's great.
Love it, man. Dude.
It's a little open, even though like we know Cropsy's dead, but it's like, oh, he could still be out there.
He could still be out there.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, this never got a sequel. I don't think that there was ever really any talks about a sequel to it because I think the Weinsteins just decided that they were going to move on past this. We've said it a lot that this film was overshadowed by, the Friday the 13th series, even though that like this came out at the right time, but almost at the wrong time, because of the boom. This came out just as that slasher boom was happening. And, it definitely fell by the wayside. Unfortunately, it's found its love throughout the years. And, I'm glad it exists. I'll say though that like I picked this over Friday the 13th Part 1 for sure any day.
Absolutely. I pick it over the first 3.
Maybe not
Honestly.
3 for me, because I really do like 3 a lot. But I can definitely say that I'm going to seek this one out more than I would the first 2 Fridays, for sure.
Gotcha.
And, the thing that's like also like interesting about this film, unlike all the other films that came after it, is this didn't follow a slasher formula because that slasher formula did not exist yet.
No, not really.
So
I mean,
this movie doesn't end with a final girl like every other slasher does.
I wouldn't say the formula did. It did kind of exist already because you have to think about Black Christmas, Halloween, they had Final Girls, Friday the 13th. But it didn't follow it though. You know, this one just kind of branched off that and did its own thing for the better.
Okay. I see what you're saying. I agree. But yeah, man, the fucking Burning's great. I love it. Seek it out. Go check it out. It's on Tubi, Shout Factory, Arrow Video has it. Man,
there's even a rip on YouTube if you don't want to deal with that.
Oh, is there?
It might still be up there, but I'm pretty sure a 1080p rip is from this Blu-ray that I have is up there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. But yeah, go check that out too if you want to be a loser and not go and buy physical media.
Yeah, I mean, go fucking buy the copy, or at least go watch it on Tubi. I mean, come on.
For sure.
Although you said the version
it doesn't
on
look
Tubi's
good. I mean, everything besides like the day for night scenes are very bad in that. Yeah, so I don't really know where that is derived from. I don't know if like maybe it's just because it's streaming and it's like the compression of it, but go get a fucking 1080p copy. I don't know. So let's see where this derives from. Is it an original camera negative? Not sure. But, that's going to definitely be high Blu-ray, standard definition, mono, original subtitles. Yeah, it doesn't say here.
Yeah, it doesn't say on the back of my Shout Factory either.
So,
if it's from the original negative.
Because usually, like, that's the selling point. It's like, source from the original camera negatives. It definitely is, man. This doesn't come from, like, print elements or anything like that. The Weinsteins definitely, like, kept their prints nice. And, this movie didn't get lost like a lot of other, films do. No. It's been there, but it's just been overlooked.
It may have been overlooked, during the time, but it's well found its audience.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad that it did. So some of the things that I just want to say before we, kind of give final thoughts and everything like that. So even though like the Weinsteins kind of, went past this and didn't, it wasn't a financial success, this film. That kind of goes without saying. It was not a financial success, even though like it was like the highest grossing horror film in like Japan. It had its love in Japan, but that's because there wasn't like the censorship in Japan. Like,
and the Japanese poster is amazing.
Well, they'll censor their porn, but they won't censor
the gore.
Their movies.
Yeah.
So what it is what it is. But yeah, man, it just didn't make it in the box office. And I think like a lot of it was due to, from what I've read, is like there wasn't like a sellability to Cropsy. Like he didn't have the hockey mask. Like,
that blows my mind. He had a great look.
Yeah, he had a great look, but it's just like it wasn't like a Jason Voorhees or a Michael Myers, And realistically, like, what could Cropsy have had? Like a sack or like burn bandages? Like he would have looked like Darkman at that point,
Yeah, he definitely would have.
Because it would have looked cool. Like some bandages for a while. Yeah. Like that could have been like really cool to see, especially
and
like
then unraveled towards the end. Yeah.
With like an unveiling of Cropsy, like with like the Darkman hat, because that's kind of like what he looks like in the beginning, very early on. Oh man, I love Darkman. We gotta talk.
Yeah, Darkman's great.
Love Darkman.
Yeah, I gotta still see the sequels though, but
I've never seen them either, and I don't think what's his name, Liam Neeson's in them, right?
Yeah,
he is Darkman from what he's not in them as far as I know, but yeah, I definitely want to check those out. So it didn't have the sellability like a Friday the 13th or anything had.
That's fine. I'm just happy this exists. And I'm happy that we have nice physical releases of it. Right. Again, it's found its audience. It's well beloved.
Absolutely. And it gets its flowers for, the Savini effects and, just how awesome the kills are. So rewarding. So
how
rewarding.
awesome the characters are.
You know, for a movie where you don't get the first real kill until 40 minutes or so in, it just picks up and it's super rewarding after that. So yeah, man, I mean, I think I'm kind of ready to talk final thoughts, give rating. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah, you want to go first?
Yeah,
You want me to go
sure.
first?
No, I'll go first.
I like you going first.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
My final thoughts are this is one of the best standalone slashers next to My Bloody Valentine, The Prowler, Maniac. It's up there. The effects are great. Shout outs to Tom Savini. I mean, he's a prick. No one loves to talk about Tom Savini more than Tom Savini, but I got to give the man credit, man. During this period, he was hitting home runs.
He was on a tear, man.
He was on a tear.
The best effects of the 80s were done by him.
Yes. So I'll give him his credit there. Great characters. Again, Stephen Fisher, Jason Alexander, the rest of the camp kids, they're all so likable. You feel bad when you see them die. Like you said, the synth score, so good. I love that it's kind of based off of a New York urban legend, the whole Cropsy legend, it's awesome. My rating, 9 out of 10. The only thing deducting the 1 point is that it's the shitty Weinsteins, but this is one of the best summer camp slashers and definitely in the top standalone slashers, without a doubt.
Damn high fucking rating, dude. I'm with you on that though, man. Dude, for me, I love the kills, love the Savini kills. I like that this isn't like necessarily like the traditional slasher in a sense, it kind of did its own thing for the time, set itself apart, which I really like. And then I think that like with that, it just makes you love it a little bit more and it makes it stand by itself, which is great. The score is great. Actors are great, man. The main cast, Jason Alexander, Fisher Stevens, all those dudes.
Is it Fisher Stevens?
It's Fisher Stevens.
Damn, I've been calling him
Fisher.
Yeah,
I haven't even noticed.
Notorious. Wires crossed.
It's okay. Nah, it happens, man. We were talking for an hour and a half. Like, things get muddy at times. But yeah, Fisher Stevens, great cast. Man, I mean, maybe I shouldn't let you go first because then I'm kind of like out of things that I want to say, and then I always feel like I'm piggybacking off of you a bit. But as it
next
always
one,
goes,
you could
man.
go first.
All right, yeah, it's just like as it always goes, man. Like we love it for the same reasons, and the burning is fucking great, and I give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay,
seek it out. Can't stress it enough.
Yeah, if you haven't seen this movie, what are you doing?
What are you fucking doing?
I guarantee, though, if you listen to this show, you've seen this movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you haven't, come on, do yourself a favor.
I think everybody in our hobby, in our niche, in our community has seen The Burning. So
yeah,
but yeah, man. I'm glad that it never became a franchise. I'm glad that it never spawned a sequel. I'm glad that it stayed how it stayed, because it makes it a special film.
It does.
For sure.
It does. I agree.
So that's all I want to say about it. And I think it is time to move on to what's in the collection. So
what's in the collection?
What's in the collection, Steve?
Nick. All right. I don't have any movies.
It's okay.
But I'm marrying soon a vinyl collector.
Right.
And she's gotten me into collecting hardcore, metalcore, just heavy bands on vinyl, or movie scores too. But we've got Hudson Valley's own Godskin Peeler with the split. It's a split EP with Silver from Italy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Put out on Streets of Hate, our local label. Shout out to Alex Casey.
Cool.
He's the fucking man. Yeah, great. I love the group photo of them because I think this was from when they were over in Europe. When they announced that the split EP was happening for Northern Unrest Fest. Then I also got the Metalcore Legends It Dies Today Forever Scorn, just put out on Days.
Sick.
Yeah, and it's got the demo on the back too.
I still listen to them a lot, man.
Dude, they're the fucking best. And then I've got Edward Scissorhands, Waxwork. Look at this nice fucking centerfold of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then you've got the legend.
That's probably
on back.
Danny Elfman's best, in my opinion.
I will say this is definitely my favorite Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
I love Edward Scissorhands.
My favorite Tim Burton movie is Pee-wee's Big Adventure, but I will say that Edward Scissorhands is number 2, and then I also really love Ed Wood.
I have to revisit Ed
I
Wood.
love Ed Wood, man. It's a great film.
I
It's so
remember
much fun.
watching the trailer on my Crow VHS tape.
You're just like
all the
black
time.
and white. What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, no, I was already into black and white films at a young age because of my grandfather, you know.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I don't know, you know, I seeing that trailer brings me back though to my childhood because of watching The Crow on VHS, because you also had the Halloween 6, and at the time it was Halloween 666, the origin of Michael Myers, where they used the Halloween 4 score, which was more effective, especially for that trailer.
I love me some Halloween 6, man.
Oh, I could
We gotta
gush over
talk
that.
that one, man.
Yeah, there will be a
Soon.
time.
Yeah.
There will
very
be a
soon.
time.
But check out Ed Wood, man. You know,
I want to. Yeah, I want to fucking watch that
just
movie.
go. It's like it's such a man. It's such a good movie, dude. Like just like seeing, Ed Wood's career during that time, him going off and making the movies, and then him building the connection with Bela Lugosi and Vampira, however you say her name, and Tor Johnson. It's just so good, man. Like top-notch cast in that film. Martin Landau as Bela Lugosi, super cool. And you know, when you see like the filming of Plan 9 and then watching Plan 9 and just like seeing how like Tim Burton put it together so well, so good, man. I gotta see where that is. I don't own a copy of it. But if you do remember when we were at VHS Fest, somebody had come up to the table with a stack of tapes, and I made a comment, and I'm like, dude, sick, Ed Wood. Love Ed Wood.
Yep, I
we
do
were talking
remember.
about that for a little bit.
Yep. So what'd you get?
Oh,
What'd you
man,
got?
I got a couple things, all right? Pre-orders, and then one heavy hitter, okay?
Okay.
So I just got this from Severin Films. It was a pre-order.
Nice.
High Tension, okay? Not to be confused with the Alexandre Aja High Tension. This is Lamberto Bava's 4-film collection. It is a collection of 4 made-for-TV movies that Lamberto Bava had made. And, I mean, like we had said in our Demons episode, how television was taking over, you know, the horror films of the 80s, especially in Italy. You had Lamberto Bava, who went off and did, you know, television films, and Dario Argento at a point as well. So these are 4 films. So I'm very excited for that. So I just got this in. And
Very
then,
I said very cool.
Thank you. And then this motherfucker, this came out of left field. I had to jump on it. And it is the Shout Factory Mario Bava collection.
Ooh.
Dude.
That's nice.
Dude. It came out of left field when it was when the pre-order had come out. Look how cool this is. Look at the artwork.
Yeah, that's fucking nice.
You know?
Yeah.
So I guess I'm just a big Bava fan.
I think so.
I have a lot
think
of
it's
shit
safe to say.
Yeah, I'm a big Bava fan, dude. But this film is like, I'm sorry, this box set, it has everything. Kidnapped, Barren Blood, A Bay of Blood, which is also Twitch of the Death Nerve. So it kind of falls into like what we're talking about with The Burning and, you know, the early, Friday the 13th ripped off of Bay of Blood, Twitch of the Death Nerve.
Yeah.
So it's like the early slasher.
I want to check out Barren Blood.
Yeah, 4 times that night. $5 for an August Moon, Kill Baby Kill, Black Sabbath, Black Sunday. So yeah, man. I know Lamberto Bava came out with a movie that's Severin, Mask of something. I can't remember what it was. I own it.
Mask of Satan?
Mask of Satan, which is a
like kind of his remake.
Kind of a remake
of Black Mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Black Sunday.
Black Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
So I have yet to watch that, but I do own it in Severin Films.
Oh, you do own that?
I do own it, yeah.
Sick. Yeah, I'd like to check that out too.
And then it comes with, just to say it's a 12 film collection, and then they come with a little booklet.
Nice.
So very
We
cool.
love booklets. Yeah.
And then my heavy hitter.
Oh, yeah, let's see.
This is something that I didn't know was a holy grail of my collection until I had seen that it was my holy grail. And the first time I had seen that I needed this was at VHS Fest, and Kristen had pointed it out to me, and it has fucking been on my mind since. And, do I collect records now? Yes. So thank you to your wonderful fiance for setting me down this fucking hole.
You two.
I know, man. We enable each other. Yeah.
Big enablers.
But dude, I listen to all my records, man. So it's justified. However, so I had gotten this. I had found this. It's very difficult to find, but also, I'm okay with represses. All right. This, though, I couldn't get a repress on it.
Look at that. Look at that.
And it is an original pressing of John Carpenter's Halloween on vinyl.
Very sick, brother. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. Because you know me, after I'd seen it at VHS Fest, I was just like, I don't know, maybe I should buy it. Maybe I should buy it.
Have you put it on your record player yet?
I have not yet. It showed up yesterday.
October 1st, you need to drop that needle,
Well, here's
man.
the thing. I have to listen to it because if this fucker skips or like anything, because I spent a lot of money on it.
Yeah.
Because it's happened to me,
Yeah.
My fucking,
you're right.
My Pretty Hate Machine, 9 Inch Nails, B-side skips.
Oh, no.
Pretty pissed. But it's past the return limitation, so I couldn't do anything. So I'm fucking stuck with it. So I have to listen to this.
Make sure it's all good.
Yeah. But then after
give it a nice brush.
Yeah. But then after that, it's going to just be chilling until October. And I got a couple more cool ones on the way. So next time we record, I'll have...
You have something to show.
I think I'll have maybe 3 new ones.
3 new vinyls?
Yeah. And then all my pre-orders are kind of like, I'm on a no-buy right now, bro. All right? Been going fucking crazy. So, and yeah, dude, I deleted my PayPal off my phone. I deleted anything that's gonna fucking entice me,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, that's all my scores so far.
It's good, dude. Great scores, man.
Yeah.
Especially that Halloween fucking vinyl.
I'll bring it up, man.
brother.
I'll bring it up to your house sometime in October and we'll listen to it.
Absolutely.
But, this has been fucking great, man. I had a lot of fun doing this. I had a lot of fun talking this movie. I'm glad we finally got to sit down and do it.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, man, I think it's time for you to take us out.
All right. With that being said, the best way you could support Dead With My Friends podcast is going to our website at www.deadwithmyfriendspodcast. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Dead With My Friends Podcast. We are on YouTube. Just look up Dead With My Friends Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube there. Thank you to everyone who took part in the Demons pre-order. Which Nick is wearing.
Yeah. Love it.
It's been so awesome to hear the reception on these new merch drops. And,
next merch drop's going to be September. Dude, last year was a wild one because I was trying to do them every single month, and it is such a difficult thing. I never would have thought. As hands-off as you are on it, you're so much more hands-on. So we're seasonal right now. It might change, but September... we're going to have a really fucking sick one. Can't wait.
Yes.
And
Yeah. So
but
be on the
yeah,
lookout
man.
for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So with all that being said, I'm Nick.
And I am Steve, and we'll catch you in the next dimension.
Peace.
Right now, he's out there, watching, waiting. Don't look. He'll see you. Don't move. He'll hear you. Don't breathe. You're dead!